is it? Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Lippman?
Yeah, hi, how's it going?
Good. My name is Sanu. I represent the Lacey Township Board of Education. I know that you were communicating with my assistant to set this up, so thanks for connecting with her to get this organized.
Okay.
I do need to ask you, so I contacted you in response to your email that you sent to the Board of Education. I believe this was on October 16th. And I need to find out from you first, are you represented by an attorney at this time?
Technically, no. So,
okay.
No.
Okay. And, I mean, I had an opportunity to take a look at your email, and we can get into more specifics, but just walk me through. Well, let me back up a second. We do have a phone number for you because that's how my assistant was able to call you to set up the meeting.
Correct.
Where are you physically located?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, okay. And I think that's why you wanted to have a time that was not too early for you or too late.
Correct.
And what was your relationship to the Lacey Township School District?
I was a student from kindergarten to pre-K on. I never had kindergarten, but basically my entire school career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through high school, I'm assuming?
Yep.
What year did you graduate from there?
2008.
Did you stay in the area after 2008?
I left as soon as I could.
Okay. Is that when you went to Los Angeles?
No. I went to college first.
Did you go to college in New Jersey?
No.
Okay. Do you want to share where you went to college?
Long Island.
Okay. Not too far.
No.
So some of the things that you say in here is very serious, and I want you to know that the board is taking it seriously, which is why they asked me to reach out to you and just walk me through what prompted you to send this email and what are you looking for?
I don't know what I'm looking for. What prompted me to send this email is I'm clearly lacking something in my ego. I guess that's the best way to put it. From my time in Lacey Township High School and what I went through, that makes it hard for me to function as like I'm lacking something that other people have that makes it hard for me to function with other people. I'm not violent or anything, but there's just something that makes me, I don't know how to explain it. There's just something inside me that either I have other people don't have, or I don't have that other people have. And it's just impacted my life in ways it took me a while to understand. I don't know if that sums it up.
Somewhat. How does that relate to Lacey Township?
The Lacey Township School, I mean, has a history of ignoring racial hate crimes and animus in ways that apparently are still going on. I don't know if I answered your question.
Well, you said you think that there's something lacking, either that you don't have something that other people have, or you do have something that other people have. And I'm trying to figure out how is that connected to Lacey Township Board of Education?
They're in charge of the school system, in a school system that was the opposite of raising me, the opposite of people send their kids to go to school to be able to go out into the world. And what I went through in Lacey Township was the Lacey Township Board of Ed set me back more than helped me. I don't know how else to put it. What I went through in that school, like 4 other kids went through out of a class of 420 maybe. And nothing I have ever done in my life has helped me get past that. Like, it severely impacted everything I do in life.
What is it specifically that you believe set you back?
I don't know if I should answer that. I don't know if I can answer that. Being called dirty Jew every single day with teachers laughing, teachers watching, having pennies thrown at me, having people threaten to put me in ovens, having multiple teachers tell me I was going to hell, having multiple teachers deny me, literally force me to do projects that were Christmas projects. I attended at least 2, I was tricked, there were at least two school things that were prayer sessions. I don't know if that answered your question either. I mean, I don't know how to put into words. I don't know how to put it into words. I don't know if the right word is desire or I don't know how to explain it. Ask me the question again, I'm sorry.
My question was, what is it specifically that you believe set you back?
I don't know I don't know, maybe I'm misunderstanding the question. Maybe we have a different definition of I don't know how to, maybe ask me your other questions and I'll think about that one. I don't really know how to answer
that. In all fairness, I'm trying to use your vocabulary. You said something set you back, and I'm trying to understand more specifically what that is.
I mean, are you asking me specific details and events, or are you asking me to describe the feeling?
I am asking you specific events.
Okay, I could give you a few. In the 5th grade, the 5th grade is when it started, so in the Mill Pond School, I would say, I don't know exactly how people found out I was Jewish, but if I had to guess, it was 9/11. And on 9/11, like right away, they didn't tell us what happened in school, but everybody knew something happened. So all the rumors started going around that it was like Israel or something. I don't know. And then I guess somehow said I was Jewish, and that led to my mom having to take me out of school because of what was said to me. And then from there, I guess all the kids knew it, and my teacher didn't know how to handle it, so instead of keeping it on the down low, she outed me in front of the class, and that's basically when it started. And then I had like multiple times I had somebody in front of a gym class full of people peg me in the face with a baseball, and all the gym teachers thought it was funny as he screamed "kike." I had my 9th grade teacher who was involved with breaking up the Darnell Braggs fight, and that's pretty much what trained me not to continue taking it. Basically laughed about it and told us each kid got what they deserve, and set me up for just letting people do it to me for the next however long. I mean, there's multiple events in between that, but I mean, that culminated with me on my second to last day of school having someone find out I was Jewish in front of a classroom full of people and still feel comfortable enough to hold a knife to my throat and threaten to kill me. It was, I counted to four.
What year was that?
That was 2008.
That was the year that you were graduating?
Yep. And the teacher didn't do anything, so for the next 14 seconds I had to literally tell the guy who was holding a knife to my throat that my life wasn't worth it. And if he was going to kill me, he'd be wasting his time.
Did you ever report any of these instances to anyone at the school?
The incidences that would have been reported were a suspension by Michael Brembos in 2008, my ban from TV in 2008. The knife incident should have been reported. He was expelled without my involvement.
No, I'm asking, did you actually report any of these?
I would say I reported the 8th grade getting pegged in the face. I reported...
Who did you report that to?
Mr. Marin... I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to say Mr. Marinelli, the gym teacher.
That was 8th grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that you specifically remember reporting to somebody?
I'm sure I have it somewhere. I don't have it in front of me. I didn't know what this meeting was going to be completely honest with you.
That's okay. I'm not asking you to remember every single detail. I'm just trying to better understand, the contents of your email.
Okay.
Was there so let me just back up a second. So you graduated in 2008 and we're in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any particular reason why you waited until October 2020 to send an email like that?
I feel comfortable answering that. Yeah. So to put it simply, the second I left Lacey Township, whatever's wrong with me hit me like a ton of bricks. So it took a while for me to even get a handle of that. And then I went through an eviction. And how the circumstances, which I won't go into and weren't warranted, made me realize that most of the things I've gone through in my life in interpersonal relationships can all be related to the fact that from 5th grade on, it seemed like everybody wanted to evict me from the town. I don't know if that makes sense.
I missed that last part.
From 5th grade on, it seemed like everybody wanted to evict me from the town, and it just became apparent to me that my issues in my other interpersonal relationships were founded on my growth or lack thereof as a teenager and high schooler.
And I appreciate your responses, and I'm trying to get an answer to my original question was, well, why October in 2020 to send this? Why not 5 years ago or upon your graduation?
I don't know how to I didn't think what was done to me was wrong. I don't really know how else to put that. I left. It took me about as long as I was in the education system for me to undo the social education I got. Um, I guess it took confidence as a person. I don't know. This isn't easy. It's not like I'm torn. I'm torn about doing this because my parents still live there. Um, but I don't know how else to get past it. I mean, this is something I dream about. This is something. I mean, this is something I'm never going to get over. Like, there's no amount of money in the world that's going to be able to fix this. I mean, I'm sure there's medication, maybe, but that's not something I should have to go on because of what I went through. Um,
Are you and you don't have to answer this if you don't feel comfortable. Do you have support where you are
what do you mean?
right now?
Financially? What do you mean?
No, any sort of, you said medication or counseling or anything like that. Are you?
I don't know if I'll say that I'm not. I no medication. I don't feel comfortable. You can take a guess, but I don't feel comfortable answering the other part of that question. But no to medication.
Okay. Do you believe you're in a better place now than you were 5 years ago?
Okay, that's a tough question. No, I don't think I'll ever be in a better place, but I think there's a difference between being in a better place and having an understanding. So I have an understanding of how I am, and it helps me with my interpersonal relationship struggles. Like, so I'm avoiding the issues that I was having 5 years ago, like just with other people, but I don't feel any better. Or I guess I don't. The feeling is still there, but the the results, the effects on other people are not. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay. What I'm flipping through is a copy of your email that you sent. And in the beginning of our conversation, I had asked you what you're looking for, and your response was you don't know. Is that still accurate?
I know what I'm looking for. I don't think. How do I word this? I mean, I had an idea that's not to be shared with you. I don't think you're the right source. I'd like to see what comes out of my conversation with you. From my research on the town, I thought I was the only person, and then I did research and I found out I'm not the only person. So, what my thoughts were don't seem to be something the town or the school board would even be able to take seriously. So, all I can say is I'm not, like I said, there's no money you can give me that's going to make this better. The money that, I mean, if there was some sort of settlement or whatever, I'm not, you guys do what you need to do, that money would go to what I want to do with it. I know I'm being too vague, I'm sorry. What do I want? I don't know. I want the town of Lacey Township to stop being racist, but that's not something you can control. I want the school board to stop allowing that to occur in their school system and stop looking the other way to appease the town people and the ease of their teachers. But I mean, such is the world, right? So I mean, maybe that's not something they can do. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that's not the answer you're looking for. You probably want I want $1 or something, but
I'm not here to get any particular type of answer.
Okay.
I'm here to have a conversation with you and find out your perspective.
Okay.
And And if you don't feel that you can answer it, then that's fine. In the last line of your email, you write, Parker is no longer the Grand Wizard of Lacey Township. Who is Parker?
Actually, if you looked it up, there's a Supreme Court case, or there's a court case between Parker Lacey Township that was heard by Supreme Court Justice, not as a Supreme Court Justice, Samuel Alito. To put it simply, Parker was a white guy who wanted to found a town away from the city and minorities and built a little racist stronghold for 30 or 40 years that the town is probably still dealing with, even though he died 10 years ago. He was the mayor for like 30 years.
To the former mayor.
Yeah. But I mean, he would be the designer of what would be a racist town. I mean, like, to just be honest, like, I hold the school board is accountable, but the township is the one who makes the school board comfortable in what their actions are. So that's why I put it in there. Like, I hold.
And do you recognize that they're two separate entities? I don't represent the township.
I understand that, but the school is responsible for administrating. I mean, this is what I've been told. The school is the one responsible for administrating a safe environment, and what people do outside of the school is really the problems of those people, unless it's a literal act of violence I can call the police on. So, or a threat.
Did you call the police on any of the incidents that you described before?
I don't think so. I mean, there are probably 3 incidents I probably could have called the police on, and I mean, the one where someone threatened to kill me, I kind of assumed the police would be called, and then I graduated. So I mean, I wanted to get out of there as quickly as I could. I wasn't trying to. I didn't realize the impact that had on me until months later. Like I mean,
what do you anticipate? Well, let me ask you a different way. Do you anticipate having more communications with the board through me? Is this the end? What do you foresee how this is going to go?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't. You guys might ignore me. You might offer me something that is just. I mean, I don't know if you guys like. Let's just say you guys do your investigation or whatever. You look into this and you decide, all right, there's something here. I don't even know if I'd be willing to sign a non-disclosure agreement. I'd be willing to sign a non-disclosure agreement in terms of us coming to a settlement. But I don't think. I write, so the flip side of this is, I mean, there is value in my experiences too, and there is some value in my story, and I know this is hard to believe, but like money, I'm not poor, so money isn't my primary concern. People do things with money. It's not my primary concern. I really, like, I guess the answer, maybe this is the answer to the first question you asked me. It's like, I want to live in a world that probably doesn't exist because of what I went through. So, well, I lost that thought. I really don't want to find out another black kid or Jewish kid in Mill Pond School is going through what I went through. And there are, I guess it's a question of how do I make that happen? It's like, maybe I can't make that happen, and maybe that's the thing that's missing in me, is like, because I went through what I went through, I'm just so hypersensitive and focused to it that it's the only thing that's on my mind 24/7. And maybe what I'm asking of the school board or of Lacey Township isn't something like our species is capable of. But I can't sleep at night, like, not trying. I don't know if that makes sense. Like the email I sent is something I've been thinking of for like 2, 3 years. And then because of just a series of events, I finally sent it and thinking I was the only one. And then I did research and saw there's at least a couple other claims. And I just really, like, that's just, I relive all the events I didn't report, and all the events I did report, and everything I went through. They come back. I don't know if that makes sense. I know it's all scatterbrained. I really didn't know what to expect. I have like a couple of notes, but
How long have you been in LA?
7 years.
7 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask what you're doing in terms of occupation or a job?
Right. I mean, I was working in production, but because of the coronavirus, that's not happening right now. So.
Sure. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time than you already have given me. I think my assistant told you, I think you had asked how long is it going to be, and it was never my intention to make this long and laborious. I don't have any other specific questions. Is there anything else that you want to tell me that we didn't already cover?
I mean, just the things, if you're going to look into it, I mean, I haven't said anything, but I would say the major events would be, that would relate to this, would be the knife incident, the ban from TV.
The band?
Ban.
B-A-N-D.
B-A-N. I was banned from live TV.
Oh, ban, a ban from, okay.
Yeah. Michael Brimbos, my cousin, was suspended in 2008. That's another event you should probably look into, why he was suspended and how the school staff handled that. Especially.
How do you spell the last name?
B-R-E-M-B-O-S.
B-R-E-M-O-S?
Oh, I'm sorry. B-R-E-M-B-O-S. So Brem Bose.
Got it.
His first name is Michael. And then I would look into the Paul Runkey thing in 8th grade gym class. And then I would look.
Runkey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how do you spell the last name?
R-U. Oh, I'm sorry. I could be wrong on this, but I think it's R-H-U-N-K-E.
Okay.
There might be another H in there somewhere. And then my 8th grade suspension. And then I guess, just the Darnell Braggs thing and how that was handled. I mean, that occurred my second month of high school. So
say that one again.
Darnell Braggs. I could spell it if you want.
Yeah, who is that?
D-A-R-N.
Okay.
E-L-L.
Yep.
B-R-A-G-G-S.
Okay.
But.
And what grade was that?
That happened in my 9th. He was a junior, but that happened in my 9th grade. So that would be 2000.
What did Darnell Braggs do to you?
He didn't do anything to me.
Okay.
It's what the school did to him.
Okay.
It's in the newspapers, so that's a pretty well-known incident.
What's your perspective of what happened in that incident?
My perspective is that kid who was tormented for being one of 3 black students in the school was finally snapped outside of his classroom and got into a fight with somebody named Cooney. I don't know his first name. They got into a fist fight, and the town took the side of the racist person he finally blew up on. a bunch of the teachers, including John Hickman, thought it was funny and told all the students all of their feelings on that. And that kid got chased out of town for standing up for himself. His parents got death threats. He literally had to go on the news, and he had to move county away.
I'm just going through your email again. All right, so the things that you mentioned to me specifically were Darnell Braggs. That happened when he was a junior. You were in 8th grade.
Ninth grade.
9th grade. I'm sorry. 8th grade. Your suspension, right?
Yes.
And what was that for, or what do you believe that was for?
Oh, they told me it was for throwing a milk carton back into the milk bin.
There was a ban from TV. He told me about the knife incident upon your graduation. Mike Brembos, I think I'm saying that wrong. Your cousin. And then Paul Runsky, right?
Runke, yeah.
Runke. Oh, and what happened to Paul?
What do you mean? What happened to him?
Why is that significant to you?
Because in front of a classroom of 100 students, he threw a baseball at me, screaming the word "kike," and I mean, nothing was done about it.
And what grade was this?
8th grade. And then I think he moved.
And he called you what?
Kike. I mean, Kike and Dirty Jew were the fondest nicknames for me, and JJ.
What's JJ signify to you?
John the Jew.
All right, so I think I've covered everything, and it might take me some time to get back to you,
Mm-hmm.
but you have my contact information through my assistant. And,
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything until I hear back from you. You guys take the time you need. I mean, don't take too much time, but I'll at least wait until, what do you think, a month? How long do you think?
Yeah, I think a month is reasonable.
Okay.
I mean, there's holidays coming up.
I understand. So I'll how about this? We'll say you just give me a date that I should reach out to you if I don't hear from you. How about that?
I would say a month from now, so December 11th. If
Okay.
you don't hear from me, reach out.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and good luck with everything.
Take it easy.